animals to adapt to the aquatic habitat, and that's talking about the water environment. What are the things that an animal will have to develop, or animal that lives in water, for it to survive? Gills is there, definitely. Then streamlined body for the animal to be able to move in water, and lateral line. So they need it, like as we have in fishes. Fish just is able to dive in up and down to live and maneuver its way in the water. So lungs is not necessary, not that important in water. It's for animals that are on ground. Scaly skin is also for animals, necessary for animals on land too, because they just need streamlined bodies that will not hard bodies. You know, it will be difficult for you to swim for so long in water, except you are well trained because of this your skill. But once you are, maybe you have a wear that is streamlined, that can make your body to just go dive anyhow, it will be much easier. So the answer to this question in short is A, gills, streamlined bodies, and lateral line. That is what makes animals adapt to aquatic habitats. The next question: which of the following is an adaptation of forest species? A, we have few stomata. B, thick bark. C, buttress roots. And D, reduced leaves. And I was explaining about the desert condition the other time. I said a dry condition, but forest species, they are in the rainforest, they are in the wet environment. So a plant that has few stomata tells you that it's trying to reduce transpiration. It's trying to reduce the rate of loss of water. So that cannot be a forest species. Then thick bark is also to reduce the rate at which it loses its water. Then reduced leaves. When the leaves are so small, they are tiny, water loss is controlled. So the answer to this question is buttress roots. You see them very big roots. That's what forest species have. The next question: in a food chain, each succeeding level in a forward direction represents what? A, an increase in the number of individuals. B, a decrease in the number of individuals. C, an increase in the biomass of individuals. D, a gain in the total energy being transferred. You know, in a food chain, that is the chain that shows the succession of eating and being eaten of organisms in the environment. For instance, we have maize plants being eaten by corn, then corn eats weevil, and lizard eats weevil, then maybe hawk eats lizard. So that is an example of a food chain I've just given you. So they said each succeeding level in a forward direction represents what? The answer is C, an increase in the biomass of individuals. The next question: the disaster that will have the least destructive impact on animal life and balance in nature is what? A, chemical pollution. B, forest fires. C, oil spillage. D, grasshopper pest. Looking at the four options, they are disastrous, but they say the one that has the least destructive impact on animal life, and then that will cause the least imbalance in nature. Chemical pollution will kill every animal, or will affect the animals in the water. Then forest fire too will destroy animals, no remedy. Oil spillage too will cause destruction. Then we have grasshopper pest. Grasshopper will have the least destructive impact on the animal life. So the option is D, grasshopper pest. The next question: the factors that determine the distribution of vegetable zones are A, temperature, light, rain and humidity. B, light, humidity, air and mist. C, temperature, light, air and humidity. D, humidity, snow, frost and dew. Temperature, very important. Light, very important. Humidity, very important. Rain, very important. So looking at the options, we have Option A, having these four that I mentioned. Then we have mist in other places, we have hair, we have frost, dew, snow. That will not really is not really relevant in vegetable zone. So our answer is A, temperature, light, rain, and humidity. Next question. The physical space occupied by an organism, together with its functional role in the community, can be described as what? A, niche, B, environment, C, the habitat, D, bio. Niche is the answer. Option A, which is the space that an organism occupies and the role that an organism is occupying in that environment or in that community. Habitat is the home, where the place where an organism is. Then the environment of an organism is everything that surrounds the organism. Then the next question says the hygrometer is used for measuring what? A, rainfall, B, relative humidity, C, salinity, D, specific gravity. Rain gauge is used in measuring rainfall, so that's not our answer. The answer is B, relative humidity. That's what hygrometer is used for measuring. The next question. The highest percentage of energy in an ecosystem occurs at the level of A, producers, B, primary consumers, C, secondary consumers, and D, decomposers. You know, when you look at food chain, or okay, let's talk about food chain. The food chain starts with a producer, a primary producer, then to primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and the likes. So we have the highest level of energy at the least level, that is the producer level. So the answer to this question is A, producers. The highest percentage of energy in an ecosystem occurs at the level of the producers, and they are mostly green plants. Next question. Carbon dioxide content of the atmosphere is least affected by burning of fossil fuel, B, cutting down and clearing of forests, C, plant and animal respiration, D, forest fires. Looking at this, carbon dioxide is necessary and in burning of fossil fuel, in respiration of animal and plants, then even in burning of forest fires. So the answer is B, cutting down and clearing of forest. The carbon dioxide is least affected in that. The next question. A fresh water pond may contain A, pond skater, water lily, shark and mosquito larva, B, water lily, fish water scorpion and dragonfly larva, C, tadpole, water boatman, leeches and crab, D, water beetle, shrimps, water snail and water bug. A fresh water pond may contain, the answer is option B, water lily, fish water scorpion and dragon larvae. The next question. The epiphytic habitat can be best described as A, aquatic, B, terrestrial, C, arboreal, D, userine. Epiphytes are those plants that you find attaching themselves to a tree and they just grow twin round the tree, that if you don't look at it carefully, sometimes they take over the whole tree. That is the leaves of the epiphyte that you are looking at, that they've taken over. So the epiphytes live on a tree, and the habitat on the tree is called arboreal. So our option is C. Aquatic is water, terrestrial is land, arboreal is habitat on the tree. Then the next question. The distribution of plants in the rainforest is governed mainly by rainfall pattern, B, vegetation, C, soil types, D, amount of sunlight. Distribution of plants in a rainforest. The answer is A. The rainfall pattern in a rainforest determines the distribution of plants in a rainforest. The next question. The number of plant species obtained from a population study